Instagram Reels are not the same growth instrument that they used to be even a year ago. What I'm noticing is the opportunity to grow on Instagram is actually moving.
I'm trying to take it higher than I ever been. They like, hello, how you mix the music with the medicine? Light on Thomas Edison. You don't know if you believe, look at my life, it's evidence.
It was just about 6 months ago I was talking about how Instagram Reels were overpowered and that was the easiest way to grow on the platform. And at the time it really was. I had over 300 million views on my Reels in just about a year and a half, which when you think about that, that's crazy. That's the population of the United States that I had gotten in views on my Reels. And I kind of felt like I lost my touch, this last year. Like, what's happening? My Instagram growth is not as crazy as it used to be. And what's really happened with Reels is the supply and demand has changed. I mean, Reels today have way more competition than they used to. There are more people creating Reels today than there was even just a year ago. So that pool of views that I used to be able to get most of or all of now is being split between so many more parties than it used to. That means it's way harder to go viral and get those millions of views and grow followers fast. So over the past couple of months, I've been looking at this like, man, how do I pivot? How do I change my strategy? What can I learn from this? What can I do different to keep growing quick on Instagram? And what I realized is Instagram's algorithm essentially split in half. Instagram basically has two algorithms now. And instead of there being one clear path for growth, you have to pick which path makes more sense for you and your page. Here are those two algorithms. Now, when you post an Instagram Reel, you're dealing with a different algorithm than you are for a photo post or a carousel post. Now, Reels have adopted TikTok's algorithm, which makes sense because Reels are taken from TikTok, but that algorithm is an interest-based algorithm. What that means is your content is going to basically be distributed based on its own merits. So if you've got a video that's garbage, even if you've got 10,000 followers, that video is probably only going to get 1,000 views. If you've got, let's say, 100 followers, but you drop a video that's absolutely amazing, the watch time is high, people engage with it, people share it, then it's probably going to go out there and get millions of views. Basically, each piece of content is judged by its own merits when you're talking about Reels. And that's that interest-based algorithm that TikTok really pioneered. Content is distributed based on its own merits. Now, when you're talking about photo posts and carousel posts, it kind of still goes by Instagram's older algorithm, which is what I would call a momentum-based algorithm. Now, this is what a lot of different social media platforms still use. I would argue YouTube does. The merit of each piece of content does matter, but your distribution is largely going to be affected by how many people you already have following you. Basically, as you build up that momentum, you're going to get pushed out there in front of more and more people. It's like pushing a snowball down a hill. Basically, the further it goes, the bigger it gets. So with photos, what you see is if you have a bigger following, you're going to get greater distribution than you would even on a garbage reel. Because, hey, this is going to get shown to a larger portion of your audience. It's still going by that sort of snowball momentum-based algorithm. Now, before your eyes gloss over, just bear with me. This is a bike shop. I manage their social media. Now, when I post photos for these guys, I get in front of 500 to 2,500 people pretty consistently. When I post Reels, I'm getting 800 to 1,000 views pretty consistently, which means I'm getting in front of more people on average with my photo and carousel posts than with my Reels. Now, I say this to say, it's less time and less effort for me to make a photo than it is for me to make a video post and plan out a reel, right? Now, if you're somebody that's naturally gifted at Reels, those might be what's right for you because, again, even if you don't have a big audience, you have the potential to get in front of hundreds of thousands or millions of people with your very first reel if it merits that, if the content is actually that good, that sticky. But if you're somebody like me that's not necessarily gifted at popping off every piece of content and going viral, maybe it's worth it for you to focus on photo content and sort of laying a brick a day with the kind of snowball algorithm that I talked about earlier. Basically, what I'm saying is that kind of merit-based, interest-based algorithm that Reels have taken from TikTok, that doesn't work best for everybody and their kind of content or what they talk about. For some people, it might be more efficient to lay a brick a day and build up over time your own kind of following or your own kind of momentum, right? So if you have tutorial content or teaching type content, it's very unlikely that that's going to go super viral and get you 1 million views. If you make comedy type content, it might make sense for you to make a reel and try and go viral with that. So with all of that said, the thing that I really want you to take away is Instagram Reels are not the only way to grow right now on Instagram. Yes, they work better for some people. Photos might work better for you, photos and carousels. The only way that you're going to know for sure is by actually testing that out and seeing what your audience likes best, seeing what you create best. And on top of that, I just want to throw out there, if you're serious about growing your brand right now, I would also repost your content onto YouTube. There's a lot of times I post videos onto Instagram, they don't get a lot of traffic. I repost them on YouTube and I'm getting thousands of views. So if you guys are serious about growing a brand, don't just stick to one, try branching out to other platforms. But with that said, my name is Mitchell. God bless you. Thank you for watching.